Let's talk about VAWA, the Violence Against Women Act. So VAWA is a program that allows people who are victims of abuse or extreme cruelty. It does not have to be physical, it can be psychological, mental, emotional abuse, and extreme cruelty um, by a U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse, or a 21-year-old or older U.S. citizen child. Okay, so if someone was abused by either their spouse, and that spouse was a citizen or a green card holder, or if they were abused by their adult, meaning 21 or older, which is what adult means in immigration terms, U.S. citizen child, then you can apply for the program called VAWA. Now, VAWA has a lot of unique little subtleties. I'm not going to get into all of them in this video. Maybe I'll discuss them in another video. But the general principles behind VAWA are: if you were a victim, as I just described, you can apply for this program. And what this program will give you, if approved, is a work permit and essentially protection from being deported. And you can renew that work permit for the rest of your life. Okay. And if you are approved for this program, upon being approved, you can also apply for a green card, assuming you don't have any issues such as a permanent bar, which might prevent you from getting the green card. All right. So like I said, there's some subtleties that need to be discussed in a separate video, but the general principle is you get approved, then you're allowed to be here. You can get a work permit. You can keep renewing that work permit for life. And assuming you don't have any other major issues that would prevent you from qualifying for a green card, you can then apply for a green card on your own without a citizen spouse or child petitioning you. Okay, so you're essentially self-petitioning. All right. So, and you can even apply for that green card if you entered illegally. So having the VAWA approval does allow you to overcome that inadmissibility for having entered without admission or parole. So it's powerful in that regard, but it does have some limitations. Like I said, the permanent bar still prevents you, with a subtle exception to that as well. Again, not too detailed or nuanced for this video. So the VAWA also allows you to apply for the green card at the same time as you apply for VAWA if the abuser was a U.S. citizen. So if your abuser was a U.S. citizen as opposed to a green card holder, you don't have to do VAWA first and then green card later. You can do VAWA and what's called adjustment of status concurrently, so at the same time. What does that mean? That means you don't have to wait for the VAWA to be approved to get a work permit. It means you could apply for a work permit through the adjustment of status, and that would be approved maybe 6 or 7 months later. All right. So that is a huge advantage. You can get a work permit sooner if you need one. And then once the VAWA is approved in the future, the green card would just shortly be